Hey lighting fanatics, here's an EcoSmart 72 watt natural light halogen light bulb. This is essentially the equivalent of a GE reveal bulb. This light bulb contains neodymium inside of it, either in the glass or the silica coating, because this is a soft white version of these bulbs. And essentially what the neodymium that's inside of these bulbs does is it alters the light spectrum a little bit so that the light comes out as a slightly whiter color, and it also alters the color rendering of this bulb a little bit, which most seem to think produces more vivid and natural colors, but really it's kind of diminishing the CRI of this bulb a little bit. But these are usually advertised as having a more natural or accurate color spectrum compared to a regular incandescent bulb, which it could definitely be questioned whether that's actually true or not. So obviously this is an EcoSmart-branded bulb, which is the Home Depot's house brand of light bulbs. I'm pretty sure they have used this brand name since the early 2010s. This is advertised as a natural light bulb. Now, I'm pretty sure that is the same name that Philips used on these bulbs as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's either that exact thing or it's something similar. And that kind of brings us to this, I'm pretty sure it's a date code here. It's very similar to the date code that Philips used on their light bulbs, just with an extra letter at the end of it for some reason. But I wonder if Philips could have made this for Home Depot. I don't know. But that is essentially what this is, and then of course this is just your standard A19 size bulb. However, it has like a wide neck on it. I don't know if this would be considered a PS style bulb or not. We have our E26 base here with our ceramic black insulator on it. Very nice. And we'll take a look and see if we can see the filament inside later, but let's look at this etch again. Of course, it says EcoSmart Natural Light. It does produce 1170 lumens, which is a trend with these so-called natural light neodymium bulbs. They're usually less bright than a regular incandescent bulb because the light spectrum is altered and some of the light is lost in that process. It's kind of funny because these halogen bulbs usually are so-called modified spectrum. The regular soft white ones will have a coating inside that makes the light warmer, so it kind of matches an incandescent bulb better, but this is actually quite similar to like a regular version, but if you had an incandescent version, the lumens would be lower than the regular bulb. This is a 72 watt halogen bulb, so it's supposed to be equivalent to a 100 watt incandescent bulb, but of course that's not actually the case because it's dimmer than a regular 100 watt bulb, but it would probably be equivalent to a neodymium version. It's 120 volts, and they are calling it an A19 here. It was made in India, and then of course that Philips light date code there, I'm pretty sure that is going to be June of 2016. I suppose it could be February because you have the B there, or maybe FB does stand for February. I'm not entirely sure. Usually it's just one number and one letter, and it alternates every 10 years and whatever, but probably this bulb was made in 2016. Let's see if we can get some measurements of our bulb here. Height-wise, we are looking at about 4 1/4 inches, or thereabouts. And from the side, of course, we should expect 19/8 of an inch here. And we are pretty much getting that here. It might be closer to 20. I'm not sure. But that's the dimensions of our bulb here. And then let's see if the filament viewer will let us see the halogen capsule inside of this bulb. And it looks like we can see it in there. Those are the two leads that go up into it, of course, from the stem. And then we have the actual thing itself. You can see the filament inside of it, that line in the middle. Or actually, it's one of those ones where the filament is sort of split in two. It's a pretty typical design for these ones that are in these bulbs. Little exhaust tip at the top. I noticed that the coating on this bulb is just thin enough that you can see the halogen capsule really good if you have this positioned in front of a window. So there's what that looks like. Let's screw this bulb into the socket here. Just like that. And then we will plug it into the kilowatt here. Like so. And then we'll give it a test. Alright, let's turn this bulb on in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Right off the bat, quite a whitish looking light. It does look a little bit pink on the camera, so let's see if we can alter some settings to get that looking a little bit more normal. I'd say that looks pretty accurate to the actual color of the bulb, so we'll leave it there. There's what the etch looks like while the bulb is turned on. You can see some shadows of the stuff inside on the outside of the bulb. And then also, looks like this coating isn't the best because we have some streaking here. Maybe that is coming from the halogen capsule. Not entirely sure on that. But here is an example of how well it illuminates the area. Of course, this isn't going to be perfect because we have light coming in from the window. Hopefully I'll get a shade or something for that eventually that we can use there when we're testing bulbs. But pretty good, and I'd say it's probably around the brightness of a 60 to 75 watt incandescent bulb. Let's check what the power draw is like. We are running at 122.8 volts. We're drawing 0.6 amps, 74.2 watts, which is a little bit more than 72, but maybe it's because we're running higher than 120 volts. Power factor of 0.99 or 1. And there we go. Here's the CRI test sample chart. Let's see what our color rendering is like. Now this is what we're looking at here. We are getting less red and yellow. It seems like those colors are kind of dulled out, but then we get more blues and greens, kind of. And I can see how that might look more natural to some eyes, because incandescent bulbs tend to not have very much blue light output coming out of them, so essentially we're diminishing the red and yellow to make it look a little bit more blue, kind of. But I'd say that looks worse than a regular incandescent bulb. I would prefer a regular, just straight warm white incandescent bulb, because I think that feels more natural, and that would be backed up by science, because that's technically a perfect color rendering light source. This is not. And then real quick, let's try dimming this bulb. We'll start at 100% here and go straight down to the lowest setting. And you can see the two separate filaments in there for the halogen capsule, glowing kind of a lightish looking orange, but then of course it's a neodymium bulb, so it's taking away some of the warmer light from the bulb. That's very neat looking. Still got the shadows. And then we'll increase it up to about halfway. Here's what that looks like. And then back up all the way. So there's what this bulb looks like when dimmed down. That's funny, you can see it alternating a little bit between bright and dim on the camera. Because of course it's running on AC power, it's technically flickering 60 times per second, but you just don't see it because on these incandescent or halogen bulbs, it's got the fade down when you turn off the bulb, so it's kind of compensating a little bit for that, and it doesn't actually look like it's flickering in person, but on the camera it's showing that very clearly on these lower exposure settings, so that's kind of interesting. Well, that about wraps it up for the test of the bulb, so let's turn that off. Turn back on the room lights, and we'll unscrew the bulb from the socket and let it sit in front of the air conditioner for a second so it's cooled down now. And let's take one last look at the features of this bulb. We have our base here, not brass unfortunately, but it'll suffice. The side of the bulb, and then the etch. So very interesting. I wonder if this has something to do with Philips because of the branding and the date code. But there you have it, the EcoSmart Natural Light 72 watt halogen neodymium light bulb. Well, if you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to leave a like down below. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you want to see more cool lighting videos in the future, be sure to subscribe. See you next time.